Hello YouTube. Now in this video I will show you how I clean and maintain my bagless vacuum, and in this case Electrolux Ultraflex or AEG Ultraflex, same thing. First of course you have to take off the pin and empty it. I have emptied it, but it's dirty, and there is this latch. When you press it, this opens like so. For now, let's put this to the side. Then many bagless vacuums have these mesh filters. Like you can see, this is pretty dirty. I have not cleaned this. After my peak mesh test, where I vacuumed a lot of fine dust and other things, this is not in all vacuums removable, but you can wipe this. If it's not removable, you can wipe this with a slightly damp towel. But I am going to wash this also like the pin. And you have to check that there is not anything blocking the airways. And in this vacuum you can take off these pipes and look any blockages if there is. Here is one air part, and this goes to the filter. And there is the second pipe, and same thing. Look for any blockers if there is. And this goes also to this cyclone chamber, and this goes to the hose. So how this works is, dirt comes from here to the cyclone chamber, it spins and goes to the pin, and clean air goes from here to the filter with some fine dust. So, like I said, you are better to see if there's any blockages. So here comes the pre-motor filter, and this is very important to keep clean. Now in this vacuum case, this pre-motor filter has this own case, and when you take it off, it doesn't leak dust over the vacuum. And when we take this filter off, you can see how dirty this is. And you can vacuum this with another vacuum to clean it. I often do that, but how to get this really clean is to wash it. So I put it to side and show later how to wash it. And here is the chamber. This also needs washing. And this pre-motor filter is why it's so important to keep clean is it will provide the suction if it's clean, and when it gets dirty, and if it's too dirty, it will lower the suction level, and most people don't realize how important it is. If you run bagless vacuum with dirty filters, usually the pre-motor filter, too long, if you vacuum and use vacuum too long with dirty filters, motor can overheat easily, and that's main kausetu motor failures. So that's very important. And this is usually very clean, this chamber, but you can look any dirt. If there is, it's very important to take those off, clean those off, because it will go to the motor if you don't. Then there is this post motor filter, and this is HEPA filter. This is was supply, and in Electrolux it means that if you have HEPA filter with this blue casing, it's was supply. There is writing that it is was supply, but it's really not showing well. But if you can see this, there is carbon dust from the motor, but this is, otherwise there is not dust. You can check it by tapping it against something, and I have done it. And if you see dust, you can vacuum this. And even this, when this is was supply, you have to remember that every time you wash these will lifespan of these HEPA filters will shorten. So it's recommended to buy one new one once a year. And there is just this diffuser to lower the noise level of the vacuum. So this really don't get dirty because of that HEPA filter, but if it does, something is seriously wrong. So but you can wash this also. Now, just under running water, how to clean the spin. Now this is very clean, and I can put it to side to dry. Next we can rinse this mesh filter. And now this is nice and clean. Then there is this box for the remote motor filter. just shake it so excess water can get out. And I put it to side to dry. Now this most important thing, this foam filter, pre-motor filter. Now this is very clean, but extremely important is that you wait 24 hours to let this dry. One more time, this pre-motor filter is the main cause of vacuums, bagless vacuums to overheat and burn their motors, because if this is too dirty, motor will run hot, and that's not good for the motor. So you don't have to wash those parts, just empty the bin and make sure this is clear, this mesh filter, and keep this clean. Those are the most important thing to do to your bagless vacuum. So purpose of this video was to make people know how to take care of their vacuums and make them last longer. So this was it, and I hope that you found this helpful despite my bad English. So thank you for watching and take care of your vacuum. Goodbye.